Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. I hope you're all doing well today. I've got a really special beer to review for you this evening. Really be looking forward to this one. I am a big fan of peanut butter. I love peanut butter. I've got no shame in that whatsoever. And I'm also a fan of peanut butter stouts. Lots of breweries have tried. Lots of breweries have failed. One or two have nailed it. Beers that come to mind are Northern Monk with their peanut butter jelly porter they did a couple of years ago. Belching Beaver with their peanut butter stout. Now, one of my favourite breweries in the world have had a crack at it. And it's not just any old crack. This is Sierra Nevada, who in my mind are arguably the best brewery in the world, one of my favourite breweries. And they have released a peanut butter cup version of their famous Narwhal Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout. Now, Narwhal in itself is an insanely good Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout, one of the best I've ever had. Narwhal, named after the whale that has the tusk. But yeah, they've released this very limited edition peanut butter cup version. It's coming in at 12.7% ABV, so it's a big one. It's a big one. Barrel aged peanut butter cup Narwhal. It says stout aged in bourbon barrels with cocoa nibs and natural peanut flavour. Bit of flavoured text. It says hold tight as this flavoured Narwhal imperial stout dives to new depths. An abyss that's rich with cocoa nibs, peanut butter flavour and hints of vanilla from the bourbon barrels. No need to unwrap candies. Pour the legendary dessert right into your glass. Yeah, really looking forward to this. I got this from the Cascade Club, which is the UK exclusive Sierra Nevada online store. I'm recording this on Tuesday, is it the 26th, 27th of April? Not sure. Last time I checked, there were a couple still available. So I'll let you know this now. If you've had Narwhal before, you'll know it's a superb stout anyway. But with that little extra peanut butter cup thing, I had to have one. In fact, I ordered two. Yeah, 12.7%. This is a pint can, an American pint can. Yeah, so I got it off the Cascade Club. Doesn't have any ingredients listed on this, but never mind. When was this one canned? It was canned on the 25th of January. And has been shipped over here. So yeah, so let's get this out. I'm going to pour it into a Sierra Nevada glass. I think it deserves a special treatment. I'm hoping for good things for this. I love a good peanut butter stout. Narwhal, like I say, is an exceptional bourbon barrel aged stout in itself. But with that addition of peanut butter, this could be quite special. I say it's 12.7%. It's a biggie. There's a little bit left in the can there. I'll give that a whirl in a minute. Let me get the rest in there. There is this beer. I have just cleaned this glass, try and bang some of them bubbles away. But it is, holding it up to the light, it is really, really dark, pretty much jet black. I'm not seeing anything in the way of red bleeding through that. It's got barely half a finger, tanned, slightly foamy yet loose looking head on it. Well carbonated. Maybe you can hear that. Hear the carbonation on that one. But yeah, it looks quite thin. Let's get me snouting, see what the aroma is telling us. Smells like a Narwhal. It's boozy. You can smell that oak bourbon barrel character in the aroma. That touch of bourbon, that sweetness, caramel. And behind it is peanut butter. The peanut butter's not leaping out at me on this one. There's vanilla, chocolate, milky coffee, whiskey, bourbon whiskey. And then there's that touch of peanut butter at the back. See if I can get a bit more in here without overflowing. I won't go too mad. It smells delicious. Let's get stuck in, shall we? Cheers. Oh, I've got to put that down. Okay. There's the warmth. There's the booze. There's the flavour from the bourbon whiskey. That bourbon barrel, the character of the oak from the barrels. Oh. And then when you taste the remnants of the aftertaste, there's a sweetness of vanilla, a sweetness, a bitterness, a roasted coffee, and booziness that lingers. The peanut butter was quite upfront. The aftertaste, I'm not getting much peanut butter on the aftertaste, to be honest. Whoa, the peanut butter greets you. The peanut butter's really upfront. God, it's really oaky. It's really like bourbon strong. The oak character on the Narwhal is strong anyway. I can't remember what the ABV is on Narwhal. I think it is around the 12% mark, might be 11%. So this one might actually be boozier. There's such a boozy, lingering kick to this. It's really warming. I feel like I've done a shot. I feel like I've done a shot of bourbon. I really do. I'm not sure which bourbon barrels this was aged in. I'm a big fan of bourbon. I'm a particular fan of Woodford Reserve bourbon. And I feel like I've done a swig of bourbon and then had a swig of this. It's this kind of rich stout. And it's got this lovely, warming bourbon whiskey finish to it. The peanut butter is very upfront. It's got the sweetness, the chocolate, the cocoa, the peanut butter is bang up front. Right there. Peanuts, roasted malts, chocolates, milky coffee, vanilla. Then there's a bit of bitterness for the extra roasted malts. And that lingers. And the vanilla lingers. And then as it gets to the back then, you feel it here in your chest. And it kind of around here, back of your palate, down your throat. It's warming. It's bourbon whiskey. It's unmistakable bourbon whiskey. And then on the tongue, on the palate, you've still got that sweetness of vanilla. And it's almost like a sweet, milky coffee. Not overly sweet though. The sweetness on this is subtle. It's that word again, I'm going to use it. And it always seems to come up whenever I drink a Sierra Nevada beer. Balance. It's balanced beautifully. This could have gone very, very wrong. Very, very wrong. When you brew a beer as complex as Narwhal, any bourbon barrel aged beer, the complexities that come of that beer once it's come out of those barrels, it can't be dicked about with. It's not the sort of beer you want to just fart around with and chuck anything in. But what Sierra Nevada have done here is really, really good. And I'm not surprised. There's no surprise there. They're masters of their craft. The peanut butter is there. But it's very upfront. And it doesn't hang around long. That's the only criticism I have of this beer. The peanut butter flavour, although it's there, it's gone too quickly. It's up front. It is full on peanut butter, vanilla, chocolate. And then that gradually fades. And the roasted malt characters take over. And the character from the bourbon barrels take over. And it becomes a darker, roasted, boozy affair. And the aftertaste It's a combination of warmth from the bourbon and the alcohol, the 12.7% alcohol. And then there's that touch of sweetness from the vanilla. Dark black coffee and plain chocolate. Starts off light and gradually gets darker. So it's like peanut butter, milk chocolate, milky coffee, vanilla. The peanut butter, the milk chocolate, the milky coffee flavour fades and it gets darker and boozier. Turns into dark chocolate, turns into black coffee. The roasted malts take over. Then there's the booze, the bourbon, the Kentucky bourbon flavour, the warmth from the booze. So I've just given you a breakdown of what this beer is doing on my palate. So it's safe to say this is a complex little bugger, but it's delicious. It is absolutely delicious. It's a treat. This is one to certainly sit back and savour, which is exactly what I'm going to do with the rest of it. Despite that 12.7%, it's very, very drinkable. Like I say, it looks like I'm drinking Coca-Cola. There's no head hanging around on this now, but at 12.7%, you don't expect it to. I'm going to relax and enjoy the rest of this. Go on to cascadeclub.com. I will put the link for the website below. If you're into your Sierra Nevada beers, check them out. They do really good deals on packs. I buy packs of pale ale from there usually once every couple of months. You get like 15 cans for 12 quid or something. It's really good value. And they're the 355ml cans, the American ones. It's much better value for money than going to the supermarket and buying them. Yeah, this is another fantastic beer from Sierra Nevada. This is a kind of a once in a I don't know if they've ever done a peanut butter cup version of this. They release the bourbon barrel aged version once a year, which goes into a can a similar size, but I've never seen the peanut butter cup version of that. But that's very special. It's very special, and it's another absolutely brilliant piece of brewing from Sierra Nevada. It's wonderful. It's an experience. It's a 10 out of 10 from me for what it's worth. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I've very much enjoyed doing it. Please give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. I do appreciate that. And until my next one, guys, you take care.